Have you ever started a walk or a run and you have felt so stiff that it took you about half the amount of time just for your body to loosen up and feel good? Well, I've got some great news for you because I am in my car right now, just getting ready to go out on a trail, and I am going to do my ChiWalking and ChiRunning body looseners. These are amazing and they're really targeted to work on your joints, which are one of the most important things that we need to do as we age is to get the mobility of our joints all working together. And so these body looseners are based from Tai Chi. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to walk you through all of them here in a minute. All right. I am ready to show you the body looseners. And these body looseners are really meant to get your joints lubricated, to get the chi flowing through your body, just get everything flowing. And they're going to make such a big difference when you do these before your next walk or your run. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to demonstrate these for you. I'm going to show you the right way to do them, maybe some common mistakes that people make. And you can follow along with me. I'm not going to do these for a particular amount of time, but you can pause. And once you get to know them, you'll have them. But these are definitely something I would do before every single walk or run that you take. Y'all have all probably watched The Wizard of Oz, and do you remember that scene when Dorothy finds the Tin Man and he's just stuck in position and he's like, oil can. And I am basically going to be Dorothy in the oil can for you today because this right here is going to make such a huge difference before your walks or your runs. And really, any time in your life where you're just feeling a little stiff, as we get older, it is so important to make sure that we're working our joints through all ranges of motion because that's really what's going to help us stay mobile as we get older. So I hope you enjoy these. Before we even get started, because we are talking about getting loosened up, it just is a really good practice to just go ahead and loosen up, shake it out a little bit, get the shoulders, just shake your body, maybe give your legs a little shake. This is usually how, you can start getting the body loosened up. And hey, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not really good about doing these every single time I go out for a run, but when I do them, they make a really big difference. Let's get started. Okay, we're going to start out with ankle looseners or ankle rolls. Okay, and what most people do when they do these is they just start rolling their ankle like I'm doing right here, right? That sounds easy enough, but I am going to teach you a little lesson in relaxation because that's really what we're trying to do here. Our ankles carry a lot of stress and they can be a reason for injury when it comes to running. So here's a different way to approach it. Feel it both ways. So I'm putting my toe on the ground, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my knee to make the circles. I actually make pretend I have a pencil going straight down from my knee, and I'm making circles with that pencil, and I let my ankle be as loose as possible. And I can feel the difference right away when I'm using my knee to allow my ankle to relax versus using my ankle, which it won't be relaxed if I'm using it. And now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Again, making pretend I have a pencil coming down from my knee, and do it both ways. And you want to just do enough of these to really start feeling like you can start feeling them loosen up. Again, we carry so much stress here, and a lot of injuries can happen down from our ankles and our feet. All right, next we're going to do knee circles. These are pretty popular. You've probably seen these before. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is just put my hands on my knees right here, and I'm going to allow my knees to go in a circle. They're nice and soft, and ooh, I can feel some nice little movement happening in there. And I'm just going to go around circling my knees, and you can go all the way back and straighten your knees. I just did those very quickly. Now I'm going to slow it down a little bit. If you go full rotation, you can lock your knees, which we rarely do, but this is the one time where you can. And then you're going to go ahead and go in the other direction. And again, just getting those knees nice and lubricated, getting everything moving in there before we start. The next one, these are hip rolls. And I'm going to do these one at a time. This takes a little coordination, which is also really good. So I'm going to start out with my right leg, and I'm just going to look down, and I'm going to go clockwise. And so my right knee, I'm not doing anything with my other leg yet. My right knee is going around, and again, my knee is doing the work, but what it's doing is it's opening up my hip. So hip circles is what these are called. I might have called them hip looseners. I can't remember, but they're hip circles. And then I'm going to go in the other direction with that same knee. Again, it helps to do these one at a time. There's the right. Now I'm going to do the left again. I'm going to go clockwise and get a full range of motion like the knee circle, only one at a time. And again, now this knee circle is leading the hip opening. In other direction. Good. Now doing them together can be a challenge. Took me a while to get this down, but now what I'm going to do is one knee is going to be forward, so ready to go clockwise. They're both going to still go clockwise. My left knee now is 180-degree on the other side of the face. So I'm like on the other side of this circle with the left knee. So left knee is locked, right knee is forward, and they're going to go around both clockwise. Okay, it looks like they're going opposite, but they are not. They're just at opposite ends of the phase. So as my right knee is forward, my left knee is back. As my left knee is forward, my right knee is back. And this again, right here, trying to keep my feet fully on the ground. But this right here really is a nice way to get your hips opened up. Excellent. All right. And next one is going to be pelvic circles. And again, with the pelvic circles, a lot of times people, here's the mistake people make with this one, is they do pelvic circles and they're going all the way around like this. And this is not really the way that you want to do them. It's a very small movement and you're just containing it here in your pelvis. And what you're going to do is you're going around in a circle, but it's a very controlled. So as you can see, I am just, it's like I'm cleaning a bowl with my pelvis. So almost as if I was in a bowl and I was going all the way around the bowl, other side. And actually from the side, this is how, again, this is the correct way. You can see it's a very small circle. This is not the correct way. Okay, nice, controlled, cleaning out the inside of a bowl. Okay, next is pelvic rotation. So this one right here again, this one is great to do. These honestly are great to do if you work at your desk all day and you want to take a little break and kind of get loosened up. Sometimes if you wake up in the morning and your back is a little bit tight maybe from sleeping weird, this is one of my favorite ones to do. And what happens is there's a couple of ways to do it. I'll show you this one first where you're in a staggered stance right here. And I may pretend that I'm holding on to something right here and I just let my pelvis rotate. So it's a very small movement, but I'm just basically allowing this little rotation here happening. Notice I'm not doing this again. I'm not going side to side. I am rotating. So my upper body is steady. My torso is steady. Everything right here below T12 and L1 is where the rotation happens. It's like you're giving yourself this nice little massage. Same thing now. I'm going to go other leg. I'm lifting through the crown of my head. If you are a Chi runner or Chi walker, or you've been watching my videos, you know, and I didn't say that yet. I forgot, but that's always something you want to be doing for sure when you're doing anything, really. Another way I do like to do these, I like to do the staggered stance, but sometimes if I'm in a pinch or I just want to, and I call it wash machine. It's like imagine if your wash machine is going side to side. So again, my upper body is steady. So sometimes it helps to hold on to something. Sometimes I have my students do these against the wall, hold their hands against the wall, and you're just really allowing that pelvis to rotate. Okay, next is the spine loosener, and this is another really good one. Again, in Chi running, as much as our legs are there for stability, our spine is really important. We lift through the crown of our head. Our spine is where all the relaxation goes around, but we want to make sure our spine is nice and healthy. So this one right here is called the spinal roll. So I'm going to actually show you sideways because I think it's better to see sideways. And what I'm going to do, as always, lifting through the crown of my head, and I have my knees right now are soft, but you can go ahead. I think this is another place where you can go ahead and lock them. I don't lock them all the way for me personally, just a gentle. And from here, what I'm going to do, notice I'm hinging at the hip. I am not bending at the waist. Still lifting through the crown of my head And now I'm hip hinging. So my whole body is going down together. My head is not going down first. A lot of people make the mistake to protrude their head out and then come down. No, everything is aligned. So it's all my torso. It's a bust of a statue. And I'm coming down. And now I'm lengthening through the crown of my head that way. And I'm feeling a nice stretch right here. And I'm feeling this right here. It feels great. And then when you're ready, a nice, slow, and controlled first, you're just going to let your body dangle and let your head relax. Again, if your head is up like this, it is not relaxed. Head is relaxed. You didn't even shake it out down here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come up one vertebra at a time. So you're just making pretend you're unraveling your spine. I'm tucking my chin in nice and slow. Oh, I feel so good. Oh, yeah, there you go. Spinal roll. Spinal twist is next. We're almost done. And these right here, again, this is another really good one I love to do if I'm just feeling a little tightness in my back at any point, if I'm sitting at my desk all day. And so again, feet here come. This is usually your feet are going to be hip width apart on any of these. Here, your feet are going to be together. Again, lifting through the crown of my head. If you have the range of motion to interlock your hands, that's great. If not, you can just hold to your ears. The key here is keeping your pelvis forward. So your pelvis is going to stay forward. And now I'm going to twist my upper body. So I am now going to go towards my right. And then I'm going to let my right elbow drop down towards my heels and only go as far as this is comfortable for you. There should be no pain. And I'm going to look down towards my right heel if that's convenient and if you're able to do that. And here what I do is I'm lifting my left elbow up to the sky. This is also opening up my airway, so it's getting you ready to breathe a little more openly. And then you come back to middle, twist, and then same thing here, twisting to the left. Left elbow goes down, looking down towards my left heel, lifting my right elbow up to the sky and bringing it back down and here in the middle. And here we go. This is the last one. And then I have a little extra here as well. And here, this right here is a shoulder loosener. Now, this happens to be one of my biggest issues. If you watched any of my video analyses, usually my shoulders are hiked up here. So it's very important to keep your shoulders really relaxed and roll down. So this will help with that also. You're going to get in a staggered stance right here. And again, all of this movement is coming from your center. It's coming from your dantian. Again, if you're a chi runner, you know. If not, don't worry about it. But I'm using this area to twist my upper body around, and I'm trying to let my arms be as loose as possible. So here I am just allowing my body to just be as relaxed as possible and letting my arms just swing. See how relaxed they are versus if you're doing this, you see how I'm holding them out? That's not relaxed shoulders. They're not going to be relaxed. So you really have got to let them be relaxed. Good. And I'm going to show you from behind. So you can tell here that my arms are going all the way around. And I'm actually also, this is a little extra bonus, I'm hitting my kidneys. So again, from a Tai Chi standpoint, this is another really good move to be getting your kidneys woken up as well. There's a garbage truck back there, of course, that came. This happens to me every time I do a video. No idea if you can even hear it or not, but hopefully you don't. So those are all the body looseners, and we do one last thing that we call the grounding stance. And again, this is also from Tai Chi, and it's really, when you're going to get ready to go walk or run, if you really think about it, you're going to have one foot on the ground at least at one time. You're connected to the earth. So it's really getting grounded and feeling yourself connected to the earth. And I'm going to show you again sideways on this. So here my feet are going to be a little further apart. They're not pointing out, they're pointing forward still. I'm going to do it this way. And I am not doing a squat, okay? You can tell here I am just allowing my knees to soften, and right here my tailbone is just slightly tucked in, but I'm feeling grounded. And here you can just hold And this is different. If you're in a squat, you can't hold this for long. Here, I'm lifting through the crown of my head, just really getting connected, maybe feeling roots coming down from your feet through the earth. And if you want to add filling yourself up with some chi, this is another nice little bonus. Again, I'm getting positioned, breathing in, and then breathing out and putting all of that energy into my dantian. Again, some of these things may or may not be for you, but this is good stuff. I'm really excited to see how this is going to affect my running because, again, I've said this before that I don't always do these, not all of them. Sometimes I'll just do a couple of them, and it's been a while since I've actually gone through all of them. So I'm excited to see how it's going to feel because my body definitely feels a lot looser than it usually does. And hey, I love to help women over 50 just find the joy in walking and running and make this a consistent practice in your life. Whether you're getting started, or you're coming back, I would love to help you do it. So I have a link down below. Go ahead and just book a chat with me and we can have a quick chat about where you're at. No pressure. I've done several of these. I love doing these. I love talking to you guys. And if it works out that we work together, that's fine. If not, that's also fine. But if you just need any advice, I'm here for you. So go ahead and book a call with me. Well, I just got back from my run. And I'm not gonna lie, I definitely felt the difference of doing those. And again, shame on me. I don't do all of these all the time before I go. So I felt amazing. Everything felt looser. I felt more relaxed. And I felt like I had more energy too. So anyway, that's my little assessment.